Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm the KETO Nomad and I travel all over the United States in my RV and I pull it with my 2021 Ford Transit. Being a nomad and staying on the keto lifestyle can be very difficult, especially when you're a senior citizen. I'm going to show you how I stay on my keto lifestyle while I travel all over the United States and try to avoid those fast food drive-thrus. They're easy to go through. So come along with me on my journey as I travel and cook keto lifestyle. These mixed greens, there's 7 grams of carbs in this, minus the 3 fiber, which gives you 4 grams of carbs in this whole entire thing. That's not counting if you choose to add tomatoes and all kinds of other stuff on your salad. Now, I only made a little bit in this deep dish. I love these Dixie deep dish. They're my favorite. This one's not as deep as the deep dish. This is a semi-deep, and there's even a deeper one that's more like a bowl. So I'm going to stop buying bowls. But anyway, I'm just going to buy the deep dish. But they can get expensive. So that's all I'm going to have in here, because I want to add a little avocado, and avocados are high in carbs. Two grams of carbs in a 1/4 cup of this Italian style shredded cheese. It's a low moisture, part skim mozzarella, not smoked provolone, Parmesan, Romano, Fontina, and Asiago cheese. And I did not put in a 1/4 of a cup. But for that sake, we'll say 2 grams of carbs. And 3 grams of, probably, we'll say 1 carb in that lettuce, because I didn't use up that whole package, and that whole package would have been 4 grams of carbs. So far I got 3 carbs in that salad, and I haven't even added the avocado yet. I added avocado, and I'm also going to add artichoke hearts. So it tells you that 6 pieces is a serving size, and 1 serving is 1 gram of carb and 1 gram of fiber. So that means that the net carbs is 0. Subtract the fiber from the carbs, so it's 0. So I added 6 pieces. And I put a half of an avocado on this salad. Now I'm going to put some olive oil on here. Olive oil has 0 carbs. And some vinegar. And the vinegar, I'm going to use apple cider vinegar, which has 0 carbs in it. And that's going to be my salad. Okay, now it wouldn't be a salad for me being Italian unless I add a little garlic powder in there. And seasonings, whatever seasonings you like. Check to see if there's any carb content in them for you. And I like to add a drop or 2 of sweetener in there, liquid sweetener. I have 0 carb liquid sweetener. I'm opening it because I just bought another one, because This time I got the monk fruit 0 calorie sweetener, 0 sugar, 0 calories, and it says 0 carbs. Oops, missed it. Just like to put a little bit in there. There. And then I mix it up and it has a sweet taste to it. Try it, you'll like it. It's something my mother-in-law Rose taught me, and it's always been a hit with everybody who's tasted it. She also puts sprinkles on some salad supreme on there. I don't have any, but it's not a necessity. And this will be a yummy yum salad. Yum yum, can't wait to eat it. Mix it all up. If you have a hard-boiled egg, which I don't have any hard-boiled eggs right now, you can add a hard-boiled egg to it. You do got to be careful, because when you start adding a lot of things to your salad and you don't look at how many carbs they are, you'd be surprised how many carbs are in a salad and you think you're eating really healthy. Let's check it and see. Let's check it out and see how good it tastes. This is really good. It's smaller salad than I usually eat, but you know, you can always add some more protein. Have a little small steak or a small hamburger, no bun. Put an egg on here, put a hamburger on here. A little chicken, yum. That's gonna hit the spot. So being a nomad, I don't always have power to use my kitchen accessories. And when I make my coffee, I use that little strainer that you just saw, and I make my 1 cup drip coffee. And I just warm my water up on the stove. And then I add my butter for my keto bulletproof coffee. Oh yeah, coffee. As a nomad, when I do have electric hookup, I enjoy using my waffle maker. This is my Dash waffle maker. And I like it because it makes 4 chaffles at a time. And this is my WonderPur mixer. It's battery operated, and you can charge it with in your USB port with a USB plug. I love it. So you don't have to worry about having electric plug-in. Where the waffle iron, you do have to plug it in. So this is keto, campin', cloud bread cooking. I know, a lot of C's. Or K's, however you want to look at it. So we're going to start out with this recipe, which is a chaffle recipe, but it's going to be a cloud bread chaffle. Kinda. I'm going to make cloud bread, but then I'm going to put it in the waffle maker. So here we go. We're going to separate the egg whites from the yolks on 2 eggs. Okay. We're going to put the egg whites to the side, and we're going to mix the yolks with 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. Oops, it's a little messy separating those eggs. But it doesn't take that long to do that. Okay, so here we go. So now we've got that separated. We're going to put our egg whites aside. And then we're going to mix our cream cheese and our egg yolks. We're going to do our egg whites last. But I did measure out already 2 1/3, so 2/3 cups of grated cheese. Now I chose the Mexican or the taco blend, and I'm going to use now 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. I'm going to put the baking powder into the cheese and the egg mixture. And then I'm going to use my little battery operated mixer, and I'm going to mix the egg and cheese mixture up. So that's why you want that cream cheese to be softened to room temperature. I put my hand over it so it doesn't splash all over the place, because I'm using a small little container to mix it in. You can make this 2 different ways. I mean, you can actually cook it 2 different ways. You can cook this recipe and make what everybody calls oopsie bread or cloud bread in an oven at 300 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes. Or you can put it in your waffle iron. And then it's kind of really crispy, and you could make a sandwich with it. You could put some, meat or cheese or grilled cheese and put it in between the truffles, and oh, that sounds yum yum. Or even make a patty melt. So as you can see, I am now mixing the egg whites. And you want to beat those egg whites until they're really stiff and you have nice peaks. It takes a little while to get that done. But this whole recipe that I'm making is only going to have like 2 carbs. And that's because the cheese that I chose, the taco blend of cheese, is 1 carb for each 1/3 of a cup. So it's like 2 carbs. But if you divide it up, once you put this whole recipe together and look at the servings, it's still only 2 carbs. Even if you ate all the bread, which I might end up doing if it's really good. But there's more. Wait till you see what else I do. They're all whipped up. There's a lot of egg whites there. Wow, look how thick. Turn the bowl upside down, they don't even fall out. That's nice and thick and so light. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to fold the mixed egg yolk and cream cheese with the baking powder into the egg whites. We're going to put all of the mixture in there and fold it into the egg whites very gently, because we want it to be airy and whipped. We don't want to mix it. So 1/3 cup of the cheese mixture, I'm also going to fold into the egg whites. In the meantime, I'm going to also turn on or plug in my Dash Waffle Maker. Get that heated up, because it will only take me a few minutes to fold this cheese into the egg whites. I want to make sure that it's folded in there pretty thorough for when I stick it on the Waffle Maker grill. the rest of the cheese I'll end up using to sprinkle on the top of the egg whites once I put them into the waffle maker. Okay, here we go. So we're going to spray the waffle maker with Carolyn spray. Like I said, nothing here has carbs except that taco cheese mixture has a little bit of carbs in it. 2 carbs, not a big deal. Spray the bottom, spray the top. And then I'm going to get my cloud bread, oopsie bread mixture. And I'm going to put a little bit on each square. Even it out. 2 eggs makes a lot, so 1 egg would make just 4 squares. It beats sitting at the little truffle maker and doing one at a time, because that can take forever, especially if you're hungry and you're going to eat more than one. Sprinkle it with the cheese. Now, while I'm doing all this, the waffle maker's hot, so the bottom of these things are cooking already. And I can already smell it. It's already smelling really good. Okie doke. Here we go. Let's close that lid and set the timer. While I'm making these, which are going to be in there for about 5 minutes, I'm going to start getting out my ingredients to make a little frosting garnish. Ooh, wow, look at these. They're so crispy looking. Okay, we're going to take them off the waffle iron and put more batter on the grill and make the second batch. But in the meantime, let's make our icing. We're going to use mascarpone cheese. That's the same cheese that we use for tiramisu. And I use 3 tablespoons of the mascarpone cheese. And then I'm going to also use some erythritol, I probably don't pronounce that right, monk fruit sweetener, which are 0 carbs. That's right, 0 carbs. Net carbs. I'm also going to put some whipping cream in there so it's creamy. And I didn't measure the whipping cream. I just put a little bit in and added a little bit more and more, because it's, if you don't put the whipping cream in there, you know, some type of liquid dairy, it's just too thick. So I'm going to add a little bit more so it's creamier, and I'm going to blend that with my battery operated blender. And I cover it so it doesn't, in case it spits all over the place. Once that's all whipped up, I can set that off to the side until I'm ready to put the icing on the truffle or gooey buns. What are we going to call these? We're going to call these keto cloud bread truffles, I guess. Yeah, how about that? Keto cloud bread truffles. That's what we'll call them. The other waffle is just about done. I'm going to take a taste on this one. Make sure it tastes good. Oh, yum, yum. It tastes really good. And it's sweet enough. But I'm going to still add a little bit more cream because I want it to be a little creamier. and whip that. Because it's still kind of really, really thick. I mean, we're not frosting a cake. We just want a topping for our waffles since we're not going to add syrup. But you can also add butter. Just add butter if you choose. But this tastes so good already. It's just going to be awesome. Okay, here we go. We're going to go ahead and spread the icing on the cloud bread shuffle. And I had added the other waffle to the bowl. So these truffles are still nice and warm, which will also soften up this spread. And then we're going to do the taste test. This recipe is like a half a carb because the cheese that I used had 1 gram of carbs in it. I don't know why. Probably because part of it was processed. It was a taco blend. And more than, not just cheddar, it was a taco blend. But if you use a cheese that doesn't have any carbs, it would be a 0 carb treat. And it has eggs in it, so it's healthy for you. Yep, it is. Here we go. Let's see what it tastes like right now. Oh my God. This is so good. So good. Putting this cream cheese spread on it makes it like yum-alicious. I think that's the Dan Van's word. Yum-alicious. I could eat all of these because, after all, they're 0 carbs. 0. Yeah, keto, yum, yum. Bon appetit. Keto camping. I'll show you my Christmas lights. There they are. There's my Christmas tree. And my Christmas lights. Yep. Even on the kitchen window. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go. Yep.